Hey guys, assalamu alaikum. Today's recipe is a fish tempura. This has become our family favorite. I'll just get straight into the recipe so I'm not taking too long. Half a cup of corn flour, half a cup of flour, half teaspoon of baking powder, and half a cup of olive oil is what you need for the batter. The batter is quite important and forms the flavor of the recipe. You just mix the oil in the flour and all the dry ingredients that we've just put, and it starts to look like that. You can definitely use your hands. Do it whatever way suits you. This is most convenient way for me, so I'm just using chopsticks. Now once it's slightly mixed and it starts to look like that, you just add half a cup of water. You can use lukewarm water if you prefer, and then give it a very good mix. You do want it to be slightly thinner, so at this stage you just put half a cup, add another half a cup of water in there, and it starts to look like that because there's oil and flour in there. You just need to mix it a bit, and it is easier to do with hands. It just makes a bit of a mess. Now that consistency is slightly thicker, so I've just put quarter cup of water to give it even thinner consistency. It really just depends on the type of flour you use as well, so just play around with the quantity of the water until you get this consistency that I'm showing right now. This is Hoki Fish. You can also use Barramundi Fish. It just has to be without skin. I've just cut it into small rectangular pieces. This fish is very delicate and a little bit hard to manage, so just be careful with it. 2 teaspoons of chicken powder, some salt and some black pepper goes on top, and it's not that easy to mix because the ingredients do quite stick to it, so just take your time with mixing it all together without breaking the fish. Now I've just turned it to the other side and added 2 teaspoons of chicken powder, some salt and some pepper again to make sure that it's evenly marinated. I obviously we don't want some parts having a lot of flavor and some parts having nothing. Pretty much like once you've mixed it all, it starts to look like that. It's very simple flavors but quite delicious actually. After this you just start preparing to deep fry it. I've just used canola oil for the deep frying this time. You just obviously add the oil and heat it up, and you can just add a little bit of your batter, and once it starts to give bubbles like that, that means it's ready to fry. You just coat the fish in the batter, and one by one you just put it in the oil. Sometimes when I am in a rush, I do chuck I put a few pieces of fish in the batter and just take it out one by one, and sometimes that is easier, but this time I've just done one piece at a time. Just be mindful of the heat. You don't want to burn the fish. It is quite delicate fish and cooks very quickly, and you just keep turning it to make sure that it cooks evenly. Obviously don't want to have any uncooked pieces. This has become one of our favorites for dinner and also to pack for lunch. It's a very easy recipe, and kids really enjoy this recipe as well because the flavors are just very delicate. This is what it looks like once it's all deep fried. Now I'm just going to take it out on some paper towel and leave it for a little bit so all the excess oil gets soaked in the paper towel. Very simple recipe, quite delicious actually. One of our best at home and very easy to make. Even the ingredients, you mostly just have all of them at home. All you need is just a little bit of fish. Now I did just make a sandwich out of it as well for lunch in the morning. I could put some cheese and lettuce and all of that kind of stuff, but I just wanted to spend some time with my family, so I just made it a simple one this time. That's just Turkish bread with some aioli, and the fish that I've just deep fried, and I've just put it in the sandwich press because I love it so much. You could put some butter on top if you like. And as soon as I finished cooking my dinner, I just made that wrap and wrapped it in the aluminium foil, and it just pretty much goes into the lunchbox, so then I don't have to come back to the kitchen after making the dinner. So after this we just have dinner and start doing our night routine and get ready for sleep. I hope you guys really like the recipe, and thank you very much for spending this time with me. I really appreciate your time. Let me know if you like it, and or if you like it, how much you like it. Well, but until next time then, I will take off. Assalamu alaikum.